Japan has a rich cultural tapestry that has captivated people around the world for hundreds of years. It is home to both old customs and cutting-edge technology. Japan has been shown to be a place of beauty, peace and progress many times thanks to its beautiful cherry blossoms and sleek bullet trains. If I told you that there is a mysterious and dark world below this beautiful surface, would you believe me? Hold on tight because this video takes you straight into the mysterious world of the dark side of Japan. Number 1. Sexual abuse in Japan. People all over the world love Japan for its stunning landscapes, cutting-edge technology and rich culture. Everything in this country seems to be in order, but there's always more to the story than meets the eye. Even though Japan is known for being safe, did you know that sexual harassment is common, especially on public transit? Japan has both peaceful shrines and busy towns, but there is a problem that people don't talk about. Imagine trains that are packed with people during rush hour. This is a great place for bad behavior to happen. People in Japan who do these things are often called chicken, which means train groper in Japanese. This word is used to describe people who do annoying things, usually targeting other passengers during busy journey times. It is scary to think that this kind of behavior is so common that some trains have made cars just for women to deal with it. It has been found that only 10% of all cases of sexual harassment on public transportation are recorded. Think of all the victims who suffer in quiet because they are afraid to speak out against these horrible acts. In 2017, a shocking 1,750 cases of groping and molestation were reported to the police. This is just the tip of the iceberg, though, because of the fact that many cases are not recorded. However, there is a small bit of hope in this very bad situation. A stationery company recently came out with an anti-groping device that sold out in just a few hours. This clever tool is basically a stamp that victims can put on the criminal that they can't see. The best thing? It can be found later with a black light. Not only that, but an app has also been made to stop these groping events. Think about having technology on your side which would help people who are being harassed stand up to them and make it harder for them to get away with it. You might think that this is only a problem for the people in the area, but you'd be wrong. This is also a problem for outsiders who live in Japan. No matter what your history is, you need to be aware and careful. The chicken problem in Japan is a hard fact that needs our attention. It's a warning that bad things can happen even in the most peaceful and well-run societies. If you want to live or visit in Japan, remember to stay informed and watchful, because knowing something really does give you power. Number 2. Foreigners are not permitted in this facility. You wouldn't believe it, but some places in Japan have signs on their doors that say no foreigners allowed. Most of the time these places are in areas that aren't very trustworthy. Yes, you did hear it right. Before we jump to conclusions, let's look into why this behavior that seems biased is happening. People often say that language obstacles are the main cause of this behavior. Japan has its own culture and language which can make it hard for people who don't speak Japanese to communicate. Imagine going into a cute local restaurant or a busy club and having a hard time placing your order. Don't we all agree that it can be annoying? Imagine that a foreigner living in Japan wants to check out the evening and ends up in a hostess club. A huge bill for 10,000 yen is given to them after only 20 minutes of work. That really comes as a surprise. It's easy to see how this could cause some heated debates, which would be a pain for both customers and staff. Some businesses use the no foreigners policy to avoid these problems and make sure everyone has a good time. A lot of people have strong feelings about this method, even though it might make sense. Businesses shouldn't close their doors to possible customers after all. Instead, they should change and grow to serve a wide range of customers. Now things start to get interesting. Instead of doing things that leave people out, businesses would be much better off if they welcomed diversity. Think about what would happen if these places offered English options or clear explanations in more than one language. There are now more ways for people to talk to each other, and there are also many more ways to make money and help growth. Even though there aren't many of these rude signs, they can have a big effect on Japan's image, especially with tourists. People may not get the warm and friendly image of Japan that we hear so much about. This kind of bad press can spread very quickly these days thanks to social media and online reviews. Number 3. Fakeness with two faces. People have always praised Japan for being very polite, friendly and kind. When you walk in, it's like joining a world where everyone is friendly and polite. There is an interesting thing called tapestry going on below this nice surface, and it's the key to figuring out why things might not be exactly as they seem. Imagine that you've just changed the way you look, which is a big step in your personal growth. Everyone around you is giving you praise and nice things to say. It sounds great, doesn't it? There's more to the story though. So friends, tapestry is a cultural idea that says people hide how they really feel by acting happy all the time. Let us break it down. If you got a bold new haircut, someone might think it makes you look like a squashed pineapple. Instead of telling you the truth, they'll keep telling you how great your hair looks. Don't get me wrong, tapestry has some good points. This helps keep things calm by preventing fights and is part of a plan to promote social peace. Here's the catch though, does this calm exterior lead to real bonds based on honesty and openness? As you learn more about Japanese culture, you might start to wonder if these smiles and kind words are real or just a show to keep everyone happy. Foreigners who live in the country often have to deal with this problem, which can make them suspicious and make it harder to start real friendships. But wait, hold on to your seats, because this is where things get creepy. Come in Han, which is the exact opposite of tapestry. When someone says Han, they're saying how they really feel without any filters or censorship. What if someone finally told you, hey, your pineapple hair experiment didn't really work out, did it? In a world full of hidden thoughts, this is a breath of fresh air. It's honest and raw. Han brings us back to the main question. Does being honest, even if it makes things worse, make relationships and friendships stronger? As you can see, the contrast between tapestry and Han gives us a clear picture of Japanese culture. On the one hand, trying to get along with others makes people seem nice. On the other hand, trying to be real leads to real relationships. Thank you for joining me on this intriguing journey through Japan's Inamori society. If you found this video as captivating as I did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more insightful glimpses into the less explored aspects of our world. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring.